Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. A little bit of a different video today, more of a how-to for some of the new players who are out there or for players who haven't really been involved in these types of missions. This is all about wartime land salvage missions. You might say collect a black box from the surface. It might be, like in this case, salvage some landmines. Now, you find these, like I have, at any station or outpost really. The Wartime Surface Recovery of 1 landmines. Yes, could be a landmine. The idea is you fly off to the destination. It says you require an SRV, but with basic changes now to the collector limpets, you don't. And that's what we're going to cover in today's video. Anyway, you fly over, you locate where the items are, in this case landmines. You go to the place, the planet. You pick them up in the SRV or with your limpets, and away you go, and then you can collect some really good materials, like some grade 1 rarity stuff there that I've got my eye on. Get yourself into the system, the actual mission system. Get yourself over to the nav beacon. That will then highlight exactly what you're after. Once you've highlighted exactly what you're after, you can make your merry way towards it. Now you are going to have to scan that navigational beacon, and this is a tip for new commanders. This will give you all the details, all the items in that current system. Once that's been scanned, and keep an eye on your scanner in case anybody starts to give you any beef, it's time to get on your merry way. Now, because you've gone to the nav beacon, you've got all the information on what's in this system. Everything's been mapped out for you. So when you approach the particular planet, and you can see it's all highlighted in blue here, you can see the minor wreckage, which is actually my mission item, just on the other side of the planet. This means the planet is not going to be in total darkness, which is always a bonus, especially with Elite Dangerous. The lights are going to be on, so you're going to get to marvel at some of the landscape. Now, you may want to go over there and do some surface scanning as well and work on that exploration rank of yours. And by all means, that is your prerogative to do so. It's a no-brainer. If you can do it and do it quickly, then it's certainly going to be a benefit towards your elite rank for exploration. So, here we are on approach to the planet's surface. Now, this ship is armed with an SRV, and it's also armed up with some collector limpets and also limpets in its cargo hold. It's not a huge cargo hold, about 16 or 18 tons depending on what I've got going on. Now, we've located our minor wreckage. This is where the landmines are. This is the mission site, and we are indeed on approach. Now, if you glide in as far as you possibly can, you can see all the canisters and the mission items that are right there. And it will see in the bottom left-hand side that these are indeed required items and mission items. Now, a couple of things you can do here. You're going to do it old school and land. Get yourself on the surface, trundle around in the SRV. That will be fantastic. No problems, nothing wrong with that. Or, if you've got a collector limpet installed, you can get yourself up to a decent height, like about 800 meters above the surface, just when whatever you're looking at tends to disappear. And then you can release your collector limpets. These collector limpets will then fly down to the surface, and with a bit of luck, if you've got your distancing right, they will pick up those items without you even having to land. Now, some people are saying, well, you know, I quite like trundling around in an SRV, but think of it this way. This is just one particular mission. This is collecting land mines for a wartime surface mission. What about collecting materials from, say, the Crystal Spire sites? All those engineering materials, or going to a Thargoid barnacle site and giving them a good blasting with machine guns or lasers, and then just letting your limpets run free to pick up all those quality items. Well, as you can see here on the screen, it's picked up my limpets and they're going safely into the cargo hold. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Like I said, if you wanted to, you can still go in on the SRV, trundle around, pick up some stuff, and do the game as it was meant to be played originally. I think this is a really good quality of life, having the collector limpets go down and pick things up off the surfaces. Think again, how could this be of beneficial to every commander going to do the Guardian sites to pick up Guardian items? Oh my god, it's going to be so much easier. Providing And it's a little bit hit and miss, I've got to say, with these limpets to go down to the surface site and pick up these items. Especially at the Thargoid Spires, it's a little bit hit and miss, I've got to say. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. But effectively, that's how to do the Wartime Limpet landmine collection surface mission type thing, whatever it is. Nice and easy. Now, why am I going through such missions like this? A lot of commanders come to me on the channel in the comments and say, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? How'd you do this? How'd you do that? And there are videos out there, but there's not a lot of videos that go into it in depth. So I thought I'd make a conscious effort to help out some of the new commander community. Now, here's the thing. Once you've got all your items, time to get yourself back to the station of origin and pick up your materials or your money, depending on what you're really after. And that's down to the individual commander. Me, I got loads of in-game credits. Not really bothered about that. It's the materials, it's the data, it's the wake echoes, all this stuff that you need for engineering further on in the game. This is the real commodity for me. So, like I say, you get yourself back to the station, get yourself docked in. Once you're all docked in, you can then cash in that mission, and then you can cash in and get whatever items or materials that you require. If you're skint, then you can also have the credits. So that's it for me. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching this video on Wartime Surface Collection Missions. That's what we're going to call it. And the Wartime Surface Collection Missions can be done with an SRV or with collector limpets now in the game. Down to the individual commander. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching this video and all the other videos on the channel. I do appreciate your support. I'll see you soon.